Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial. My name is Tracy. Welcome to Tracy's Crafty Creations. In this video, I am the co-host for the Americana with the collaboration with Leah from Make All the Things With Me and Lori from the Farmhouse Stencil Shop. So today what I'm going to do is I am doing a craft club kit from Magnolia. I am a designer with Magnolia Design Company, and this is how your kit comes, where you can make an entire craft with what's in your craft kit monthly. If you decide to join, it is a 3-month that you must do, and then after that you can cancel at any time, no questions asked. So what came in the kit? We have some beads with some jute string in here. You have your brilliant white chalk paste, enough to do this craft, and sometimes some left over because you don't need a lot. You also get a red, white, and blue squeegee. This is some red gingham fabric. This is a blue tag board. This is the blue rectangle rail board. And this is how it will go, and you can decide which side you want to use. You also get your stencil with stars on it. This one is random stars pattern. This is 8.5 by 11. And then you also get an instruction sheet that shows you how to do the project. So we're going to put that over there and put that in the trash. And the first thing you want to do with your kit is you will want to fuzz it. This is our fuzzing towel. Now, you don't have to have a fuzzing towel from Magnolia. You can use any lint-free towel. It's better if you use a microfiber towel, because those are usually lint-free. And you're gonna fuzz it so that when you take it off your project, it does not stretch out your stencil. And since this is the only, if I was using multiple stencils, I would write on the back of this the title of this stencil. But since I'm only using one stencil, I'm not going to worry about it. So you just peel your stencil off. And then we are going to fuzz it. All you do is put it down. Rub it, pull it up, and just do this a couple of times till you think you're sure enough that it will not stretch when you pull it off the surface. These stencils are washable and reusable up to 15 times if you take care of them. I have stencils that I have had and used and reused for 3+ years. So if you take care of them, they will take care of you. So that's my 3rd time. I think it's pretty good now. And you get enough fuzz on there. Okay, so we're gonna move this out the way. Gonna bring in our rail board. And you can put your stars on there any way that you want. It's always up to you. We're just here to give you guidance, but do what will make you happy. So I'm just going to try to get this somewhat centered, although that's not usually possible for me because I can never put stuff on correctly. Just center it as best as you can. I always crack myself up because I'm wonky. So when I put stuff down thinking, oh, that's straight, it's wonky too. So guess what? Wonky is good. Wonky is good. You give it, you know, your own little thing to it. And it's okay. It is okay. Then you know, hey, it's mine. I made it. But make it to where you know you're happy with the product that you put down. Okay? So I'm just going to lay that down a Okay, I think I'm happy with it. Let me get it kind of straight. Okay, I think that's straight. I got a little something up under there. As long as it's not where the mesh is, you will be fine. So I'm just going to rub this down, make sure there's no bubbles. All the way down, all the way down. Then I'm going to take my packet and I'm just going to do it like this. Just press just to get that all mixed in. Now, if you don't use it all, you can fold this down and then put it inside of a Ziploc baggie and you can use it again. But don't wait too long, it will dry out. But I've had them in there up to a month. After that, I don't know. We're all trying to save money, so if you don't use it all, like I said, just put it in a Ziploc baggie. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just going to open it. Just like that. And I'm gonna get my squeegee and I'm just gonna put some on my squeegee. Not a lot, just a little. And then I am going to start putting it on thin layer. It does not need to be thick. And if you go too slow, just lift it up, lay it back down. You don't have to press it down, just lift up, lay it back down so that you don't disturb the rest of your stencil. Then you can continue on. See, that wasn't a lot, and look how far I got. Okay, so I'm just going to continue doing this. Make sure you go all the way to the bottom. For the most part, you want to keep going in the same direction. And just go all the way to the edge. I know, oops, sorry about that. I know some is going to squeeze down in that row of the mesh where there is no board, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. Sorry about hitting my camera. Now I'm just going to go over it real quick and take off any excess. Then we are going to peel and reveal, and I do rinse off my stencils immediately when I'm done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get that excess off of there. We're going to put that there, and let me get a napkin to wipe this off. Then you want to peel slowly. It's kind of hard when you're doing the entire surface, but just take your time. I just got to get a hold of this better now. And just pull up slow. Trying to figure out where to put my finger. And just take your time. And I think, there it goes. And I'm trying not to stretch this. It is very still sticky. One fluid motion, and there we go. Now that this is dry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fabric. And again, this is all in instructions, but you can do it any way that you choose to do. And what I am going to do first off is I am going to cut this in half. Depending on how long you want your tails to be that hang off your board. It's totally up to you, but to start with, I'm going to Sorry, gonna cut this right there. And I'm just going to rip this in half. Tearing fabric is just something about that sound. I'm gonna cut it again right here. And I'm gonna try to do it about 1 inch. Try to do it in 1 inch increments. Okay, I'm gonna do that and then I'll come back. Okay, now here I have some of the strips that I've already cut up. So what we're gonna do now, and again, this is up to you. You can have them longer. I just choose to have mine just a little bit shorter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring them up through the back. And pull it through. You can do it the opposite way if that's how you want to do it. My ends are not exactly the same length, and I'm okay with that. So you can make some shorter, you can make some longer. It's all up to you. So I'm not even really thinking about it. And then you can make these as full as you want or as sparse as you want. Whatever makes you happy. I just wanted to show you all that with a craft club kit, you get a DIY project, full DIY project with stencil, chalk paste, or chalk ink, depending on what the surface is. If it's fabric, it will be ink. If it's a hard surface, it will be chalk paste. Colors depend on what the craft is. And again, there's only a minimum of a 3-month commitment. After that, you can cancel at any time. The link will be in the description for the Magnolia Craft Club Kit. I don't know if this one is still available, but you can always get in for the next one. And again, I just wanted to show you something simple. Also, if you decide you just want the board, I think the board is also available. I will also put that link in. All the links will be in my description if this is something that you decide that you would be interested in, or if you have further questions, you can always email me at tracyscraftycreations@gmail.com. And then we're just going to do that, and then I'm going to keep going, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got this in. If you want it fuller, you can always cut up the other half and also put those on here. I'm going to go with what I have. And then this is the beads that come with it. So for your hanger, comes with the jute string, and it comes with the beads. Okay. It doesn't say how many beads, but you can use all of them, you can use some of them, or you can use your own type of hanger, which I started to do, but I said, no, I'm going to do this kit exactly how it came. Now, I like to burn the hairs off of my jute, but because I said I'm going to do this exactly as it came, that's what I'm going to do. So we are going to start putting our beads on. I was looking for my beater, and then I decided, well, it looks like the hole is big enough to put the beads on without a beater, and it's going pretty good, but I think I'm gonna have to put some tape on the end of this so they can go in smoother. One moment, please. Okay, so I have some painter's tape, and all I'm gonna do is I am going to wrap this around the end of this jute so it doesn't unravel as I slide the beads on. So I'm gonna do it like that, and then I'm just gonna cut this at an angle, just like that. just so I can put the beads on faster and easier. I'm not going to make you all sit here and watch me put all these beads on. That would be kind of boring, but you don't, again, you don't have to use all the beads. I'm going to use all the beads. I'm going to use the kit exactly how it came so you all can see how it goes, but of course you can always change it up and make it your own. So I'll finish this and then I'll be back. Okay, it is all done. I put my beads on, and what I did was I tied a bow in the back, so if I decide to change my hanger into like ribbon, or if I want to put different beads on here, I have that option, but you can always tie it into a knot. We just give you the foundation and you build up from there. And I hope you enjoyed this craft, and I will be doing another one. So this is my first one, and thank you for being here. Again, thank you so much for joining us for the America DIY Inspirations with Make All the Things With Me and Farmhouse Stencil. Okay, I'm back for my second craft. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to block this off to make the top blue. In the bottom part, I'm going to do red and white stripes. Now, this particular cutting board is from Magnolia Design Co. I didn't want to have to put white paint down, but I think I am because there's some marks on here. Because I did use this for something else, but the board does come in white. So always, if you have to get another craft that if you just have something that you want to redo, reuse it. So I'm going to block this off. Again, the top is going to be blue. I'm going to have red and white stripes down here. And I'm going to try to do this straight as usual. As usual. So I am going to do that. And I hope this is straight. I'm going to line it up on my board, but sometimes that even takes me longer than just doing it. So hopefully that is straight enough. And then I'll do the stripes and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is how I blocked it off. I was going to use a piece of the tape as a spacer, but it wasn't even. So what I did was I started my first stripe in the middle, then I went with the two on the outside. If it's not exactly even, I'm okay with that. So all I'm going to do is I am going to start painting my red stripes. And again, always think of making this with love, not perfection. Okay, so that's what we're going with. That's what we're going with. So I'm going to mix Candy Apple and Crimson Tide, which is metallic. Both of these are from Paint Pixie. So we're going to mix these two together. So it can be somewhat metallic and somewhat not metallic. And it's okay if you just use any type of red paint that you have available. I don't expect you to go out and buy anything that you don't already have. If you have red paint on hand, use your red paint. I'm using what I have on hand. And I think I may have put a little too much out, but that's okay too. We're going to work through it. We're human. We're human. So I'm just going to mix that up a little bit using one of my little offcuts from a flower, from a floral cut. And then I'm just going to use a pouncer. Using a pouncer will also give my piece a little texture to it. You can use a brush. I prefer using this. Not only that, it's a little bit faster maybe. I don't know. But let's get started. So this is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to pounce it on there. And then I'm going back over the place where I started at because it might be a little heavy with the paint. I see there's something in there. I don't know what that is. A little paint booger maybe. Ew. If it's not a Mod Podge booger, it's a paint booger. Okay, and just make sure you go all the way up and down. I'm going to finish this, then I'll be back. Okay, I finished this section. I've also dried it. So now I can peel these up. I'm gonna go slow. So hopefully I don't disturb the paint I've already put down. It did bleed a little. I'm not going to worry about the bleed. It did bleed a little. I mean, I could scrape that off, but I'm just going to continue. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to block off the top so I can put the blue paint down. And I am going to have this come down just a little. So I don't know how straight that was. It did bleed a little at the top as well. We're going to do it just like that. And if I need to go over it with a small paintbrush, I will. But it gives it that rustic feeling. It doesn't have to be perfect. Not made for perfection, just made with love. Love. And then I'm going to, let me move this a little so I can put the blue on there without it moving. So we're going to do it just like that. I'm going to get my blue Kuroko. This is also by Paint Pixie. I am an affiliate, so the link will be in the description as well. Oh, that's blocked. So we're just going to pour a little bit of this out. I never shake this enough. Let me shake it some more. Sorry about that. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, then we're going to use the pouncer again. And we're just going to pounce that on there. I'll probably end up doing 2 coats. Usually it's only 1 coat. I think I need to stir that up or shake it more. So I'm going to do this and then I'll be back and let you know how many coats I did. Okay, I am done. I did do 2 coats, but I shook it again. Just make sure that you shake your paints. Shake your paints. Don't be impatient like me. Shake your paints, and it came out really, really well. It did, again, it bled a little bit, but I'm okay with that. Because you can always use ribbon or whatnot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this word blessed across here. That'll kind of take the focal point off of that. So we are going to paint this white. We're going to paint this white because it's too big to do it this way. I mean, I could if I cut off the end of that D. And we can paint this white. Use Marshmallow by Paint Pixie. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so I cut off the end of this, kind of rounded it out so it wasn't just, you know, sharp. But I did 2 coats of white on this one because of the gold underneath. And so what I'm going to do now is I am going to take my dark wax, and this is dark antique wax, and I'm going to dirty this up just a little bit. This is preference. This is not something you have to do. This is just something I choose to do. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I'm just going to dirty this up just a little bit. And again, it's always preference. I hope you can see this. I don't want to be out of frame. Sometimes I do that, so I'm going to put it on. Get a little bit of that shine off of it, then I'll come back to it and I will wipe some of that back. Again, I'm going to do my cutting board as well. Again, this is just preference. You don't have to do this. This is just my preference. So the first thing I want to do, I'm trying to decide, do I want to go on the outside? I think I want to put just a little bit and just go around real fast. put some on there. And of course, let me get a paper towel. So if you go too heavy, you can always wipe it back and see how it comes out. Sorry if you hear the wind. There's a storm raging. Been having storms this way the past couple of days. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, all over the Midwest. So any of you, I know this is, I'm taping this on Monday, the day before, internet issues. And so if you're seeing this and you're in the path of that storm, I hope you are safe. I hope if you have any family members in the path that they will also be safe. Very scary. I should know. I've been through a tornado earlier this year that came through our community. No lives lost, just property. Property can be replaced. Lives cannot. So then again, I'm going to take this and just wipe it back. Sorry about hitting the camera again. And you can go around and just take some of that off. Again, always up to you. You don't have to do this. So as you can see, I did not go back into my wax jar. I just used what I took off after I dipped in the first time. So we're going to make this a little rustic. So I'm going to finish this up and I'll be back. Okay, so for my bow, I'm going to use some of this lace. I have this lace. Also have some red mesh. Y'all know what I mean. I can't even think of the word. I'm just going to use this. I cracked myself up because I'm telling you, once I stop recording this, I'm going to remember what this is called. But at this time, I can't remember what it's called. Hey, don't judge me. Blame it on menopause. That's what I'm going to do. But this is what I'm going to use in order to make me a bow. But let's put my blessed word on here because that is just too funny. I cannot believe that I can't think of the word that I'm thinking of. And that is going to bug me. I don't know if I want to put it straight or cockeyed. Let's just put it straight. Let's just put it straight. So for me to put this on, I'm going to use some Titebond Quick and Thick. And I also am going to use some hot glue. So we're going to put this on here first. I'm telling you, I know what that's called. I really do know what that's called. It's mesh ribbon. It's mesh ribbon. Okay, don't judge me. I can't believe I couldn't remember what that is called. Look, I worked today. And I had a headache earlier, so just bear with me, okay? I'm sorry. That is just too funny. I cannot believe it. Okay, now I'm going to put a little hot glue on here. Try not to overlap them. They will cancel each other out. And as you can see, I am shaking so much, but we're going to get this done. Y'all know me. I'll get her done. It may not be perfect, but guess what? I gets her done, okay? So let's get this down and we're going to hold it for a minute. I hope this goes on straight because y'all know me, everything is cockeyed. But we're going to press that down. I know I got some glue strings. I can go back and put a little heat on there and they will disappear. The wood glue will dry clear. All right, so we got that down. We hold this just for a minute till it catches. And then I will be back and we'll finish out the bow. Okay, I finished it. This took me longer than anticipated. I added some things, took some things out. And I have this little tag. I grunged it a little bit, and then I wrote USA on it. But yeah, this took me longer than anticipated. That's why I did it off camera, because I wanted this to come out really, really nice. So, and I used my Bodabra. The flowers are from Walmart last year. They were in my stash. All the ribbon was in my stash. I didn't buy anything that you see. This was all in my stash. So I hope you like it. Stay tuned for the final pictures. Thank you all for joining us today for our Americana DIY collaboration. Thank you again to Leah from Make All the Things With Me and Lori from the Farmhouse Stencil Shop for inviting me to co-host this wonderful collaboration. And thank you all for joining us. Make sure you check out the playlist. The link is in the description. And as always, family, be happy, be healthy, be safe. Most of all, be blessed. Till we meet again, take care. Bye bye.